A Collection for Kate by Barbara D. Rubertis, illustrated by Joya Flamenghi. It's collection week at school, and Kate signs up to show a collection, which she doesn't have. Time is running out. What can she do? Kate slumped in her seat. She frowned. Her teacher was giving the class one last reminder. Next week is collection week. If you signed up to share your collection, be sure to bring it on the right day. Kate peeked at the calendar with one eye. She had signed up for Thursday. The problem was that she didn't have a collection, and she had less than a week to get one. Oh, brother, she muttered under her breath. Sign-up day had been weeks ago. Lots of kids had rushed to put their names on the calendar, so Kate did too. It had seemed like she would have plenty of time to get a collection. Not anymore. Kate spent most of the weekend looking for a collection. She looked through her closets, her drawers, her junk box. She looked on top of her bookshelves. She looked under the bed. Kate had a little of this. She had a little of that. But she didn't have a lot of anything. How many of something did she need to make a collection? She decided to wait and see what the other kids would bring. On Monday morning, Joseph showed his collection first. He had 2 tote bags full of books. He could hardly carry them all. I collect books about reptiles, he said. First, he showed 9 books about snakes. Then, he showed 5 books about lizards. Kate added them up in her head. Oh, brother, she thought, I don't have 14 of anything. Next came Emma. She could hardly wait to show her collection. I collect 2 kinds of magnets, she said. She had 13 animal magnets, including a giraffe and a zebra. And she had 11 food magnets, including a pizza slice and a cookie with jelly in the middle. The cookie looked good enough to eat. Kate wrote down the 13 and the 11. Now she had to add 2-digit numbers. She already knew this was going to be a big sum. Kate moaned. I definitely don't have 24 of anything. That night, Kate searched the house. She found a little of this, 4 old books about horses. She found a little of that, 5 magnets on the refrigerator. But she didn't find a lot of anything. On Tuesday, Ben shared his shell collection. He had 3 boxes full of shells. The first box held 15 shells from a trip to Florida. The second box held 10 shells from a trip to California. And the third box held 5 shells from his grandmother in Hawaii. Ben showed all the different kinds of shells. Meanwhile, Kate quickly added up the numbers in her head. They were easy to add. 15 plus 10 equals 25. Plus 5 more makes 30. 30? The collections kept getting bigger, and so did Kate's problem. Sure, she had a few seashells, but 6 shells were not enough for a collection. Joan was next. She's always such a show-off, thought Kate. But she only has 1 box. Maybe. My family took a long trip last summer, Joan began. I bought postcards at all the places we visit. We went to lots of places. So I have lots of postcards in my collection. Joan counted the postcards. Kate thought she would never stop counting. Joan had 11 postcards from Colorado, 13 from New Mexico, and 15 from Arizona. Kate wrote down the numbers. Each of these numbers is bigger than 10, she thought. So the sum must be more than 30. 39, Kate gulped. Oh, brother, was all that she could say. That night, Kate found 2 old postcards in a drawer. She found one in between the sofa cushions, and Dad gave her one that had come in the mail. 4 postcards. Big deal. Then Kate put her 6 seashells in a box, a small box. Oh, brother, Kate muttered. On Wednesday, Rachel shared her pig collection. It was huge. Her mom had to help her carry 6 shoe boxes filled with pigs. The boxes held 10 wood pigs, 12 glass pigs, 16 metal pigs, 4 plastic pigs, and 7 plush pigs. Everyone said, wow. Rachel beamed, but Kate did not. Kate fussed and fumed. Rachel had so many pigs. Kate had to regroup to find the sum. She stared at the number. Can that be right? She wondered. It was such a big number. Maybe she had made a mistake. I'd better check this sum on my calculator, Kate thought. She punched in all the numbers. There it was again, 49. I feel sick, she groaned. I might not be able to come to school tomorrow. That night, Kate looked at all the stuff she'd found. She had a little of this, she had a little of that, but she didn't have a lot of anything. Kate arranged all the little groups on her bed. She had 4 books about horses. She had 5 magnets, 6 shells, and 4 postcards. She had no pigs, but she did have 3 frogs and 5 teddy bears. Slowly, Kate began to smile. Aha, that's it, she thought. Then she quickly packed up everything on the bed. At school the next day, Kate set out all her things. Everyone watched. No one said a word. Finally, the teacher spoke. What is it that you collect, Kate? She asked. Kate smiled proudly. I collect collections, she said. Cool. What a great idea, said the kids. Very nice, Kate, said her teacher. I suppose you didn't want to collect just one kind of thing. Right, said Kate. For me, that just didn't add up. So let's quickly take a look at this addition chart. Here are some ways to add. You can count on. So 5 plus 2 equals, well, 5 and 1 more is 6 and 1 more is 7. You can use doubles. 5 plus 6 equals what? Well, 5 and 5 is 10 and 1 more is 11. You can use a related fact. 2 plus 8 equals what? I know 8 plus 2 equals 10, so 2 plus 8 also equals 10. You can skip count. 5, 10, 15, 20. 10 and 20. You can find and use a pattern. So this pattern below shows counting tens. So 20 plus 10 equals 30 is the same as saying 2 plus 1 equals 3, and then you just make sure you make them all tens. Use this rule to add two-digit numbers. First, you add the ones. Then you add the tens. And make sure to regroup when you have a 10. Those are just some ways to help you with your adding.